Hello everybody, it's Lynn. This is a long time no see Floss Tube video. No, I have no idea what number it is. Never mind, I'll crack on it. Yeah, I'm a bit red. I've been searching, pulling all my things out, and there's two things that I can't find, so I can't show you. They've been put away safe, let's call it that. Hopefully I'll find them, because it's part 2 and part 3 of the, what's it called? Oh, don't lose that one then. Snow Village. That's my part 4. Don't know where part 2 and 3 are. Not in with the rest of it, and I don't understand that, because I'm meticulous with things like that. So I don't know where I've put them. Can't even remember what they look like. Right, we'll continue. So yeah, that's Snow Village. No idea. Hope you all had a nice Christmas. We did. It was quiet. Went to my brother's like we normally do, and it was lovely with the rest of the family. We had 2 days there, so we had a lovely time. What have I been up to? Well, I've been doing my other crafts, as you know. I like doing other crafting, and I entered into 2 exchanges, swaps, and that's what took my time up, so not much stitching. As you can see, I've still got the bookshelf, which is here. That's still ongoing. I did a little bit more of that, and then found out that, and I don't know whether I told you this last time, this row here is out by 1.5 stitches, so I'm going to have to pull all that out to drop it, because of as I'm coming down with the wording. So never mind. So I stopped stitching that because I'd lost out with it, knowing that I had to do some frogging. So that's as far as I've got with the bookshelf. I have been coffee and tea dyeing some fabric, and you can see it at the back of me. I don't think there's a right lot of difference between it. This is the tea, and the tea that I used is this TikTok. I have tried it. No, I've got to admit I don't like it. No. It's caffeine free, red bush tea, TikTok it's called, robust tea. I don't like that, so I will be using that for dyeing fabric in the future. As I said, I only put 2 tea bags in this. It's a nice, it's supposed to be a red tea, but it is it's come out a lovely colour. But I don't think there's a right lot of difference between that and the coffee. I did do 2 pieces. Does it have a reddish tinge? I'm not quite sure whether it does or it doesn't. No. As I say, I only put two tea bags in it. Next time I'll probably make it stronger. Because what I do with these is I put it in a kilner jar, big kilner jar, scald it in that, so I might use 4, I might even put 6 tea bags in next time, and just screw it up. As you can see, it needs ironing. Screw each piece up, put it in, keep giving it a shake, turning it upside down and giving it a toss with a spoon, and leave it in. I'll leave it in 2-3 days. There's no rush. And then take it out. This one, it's a stiffer Aida. That's I think they're all 14 count. I think that's all I ever use now is 14 count. I can't do anything else. I do try to do the other, and that's why it takes me a long time to stitch, because my eyes aren't, and I like to stitch without my glasses on as well. Now this is the Mexican coffee. I had one of the big bags left, and I did this just after Christmas. I dyed this big piece with it, and I think that's come out really nice. Can't remember what I said I was going to use that one for now. So yeah, that's the coffee, and that's the tea. I don't think there's a lot of difference, is there? Doesn't seem to be to me. Anyway, I did do that after Christmas and putting all the decorations away and everything else that you have to do. Been buying patterns. I did buy the second edition of From Hands Across the Sea. These are second edition ones. And Tong Uffington, I think her name is, and Isabel Uffington. Dell, is it? Uffingdell. Now, this is Isabella. Sorry, it's glaring, isn't it? I don't know whether I'm ever going to stitch these. I just love them and I like reading them. And I've not had time to read that. That is Isabella. And that's the bookmark that she started doing like this now, so you can make a recording of what you've done when you did it and attach it to the piece when you finished it for posterity, and put it on the back. And then there are your threads, so you can take that with you when you go shopping if you need to get threads for it. I can't show you that most of it is pattern, but at the front there is just one page there that tells you all about her. The rest of it is, as I say, it's all pattern. I do like to read about the girls who stitched these, because she was actually 10 years old when she did that. I'm nearly 65. And I can't even think about attempting it. This one, the other sister, Anne Tong. So why she's got the middle name of Tong, unless they had different fathers, I don't know, because I've not read it yet. I don't know. Show you that though, because it's done. I do like that cartouche in the middle. I love that. And then there's there is more in this one about them. This was 1835, the other one's 1829, and she was 10 years old as well. That's the other sister. They're beautiful, but I'd like to do them on silk, and I don't own that much silk. Not this sort of silk that is called for these patterns. In fact, I don't have any. So that was those. You could say that was my Christmas present to me, because they're not cheap out, these patterns. By a long stretch of the imagination, they're not cheap at all. I do understand that there's a lot goes into them, and it's because there's only a short run. So people were asking for these that didn't have them, and I think that's why they were done again. So yeah, I did buy those. What else? I did start, this is my New Year's Day start. I did start at New Year's Day. Last year, I don't know why, I never started keeping a record of when I stitched and how long I stitched for. This year I'm going to do that, so I've not done many hours on this, and as you can see, there's not many hours on it. That's what I've done. This is the fabric that I've chose. I've had this a long time. I think it was I can't think now. It came in a pack, one of those where you don't know what you get in a pack of the month or whatever. And this, I can't remember the month it was either, this. Anyway, that's what it looks like, the material. And I just thought that would look nice on it. And I think it will. So, as I say, this is it 32 count? I think it's 32 count, that. Is that what it's called for? Sorry. They did it on Queen Anne's lace. Linen. That. But it's 28 count, so that must be a 20. I think it is 28 count. So that's that one. That's my New Year's Day start, and that's as far as I've got, because by the time it gets to evening time, I can't stitch on an evening. My eyes won't do it anymore, and I have a big light here, and it just gives me a headache when I stitch too much. Don't think I showed you this. I bought this when we went down to Cornwall last year from the Eden project, this little bag, and love hummingbirds, and this is what I'm collecting. That's what I'm keeping my patterns in, and as you can see, there's quite a lot. And the two I'm looking for aren't in there. So I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't know. I was looking through some magazines and trying to get rid of some the other week, and came across this one, Cross Stitch Crazy from 2000, and it still had the free kit on the front. I've looked through it and I can't remember what's in it that I want to keep it for now. But anyway, the free kit on the front was this. So I thought, oh, just have a little bit of a stitch of that. And I started it. And why do they never give you these free kits? They never give you enough thread. So luckily for me, I did have the purple thread, which was 340, because it does give you the colours of what they've used. And I stitched it, and this is the tiny little piece of fabric that came. Now it's supposed to be green round. There's no way I'm going to get that round there, so I'm not doing the green. I'm going to leave it at that, because that's how big it was. Even if I'd have moved it over a little bit, it's not giving you much to work with, is it? So I do like that pattern. I do like how it's turned out. So I may do that on some different, a bigger piece of fabric, should I say. So I did have a go at that last week. And then, what have we got? Oh, we went to shopping yesterday. Well, Bill went to have his feet done yesterday, and to the chiropodists. So while he was there, I had a look in the street of in the charity shops, and I went in charity shop, and I found this. That one doesn't have a ball band round it, but £1.50 for those. So they'll come in for my other crafting. I did like that. It's that fine, you know, like blending. You blend it in with your other wools when you're knitting or crocheting. So I did like that. What else have we got? Oh yes, I sent for now. I live in England and we find it hard to find these patterns. You ladies get in America, because you get your hands on them about 3 weeks before we even see them, and I have to get them offline. We don't have shops like you have. I did manage to get this Chalkful Snowy. Loving this series. There's 7 in the series, and I think this is number 4. I can't see where it says it, but I think it's number 4 of the 7. I did get the threads that go with it for this. I think they'll look nice. I also, you see, I'm good at buying and kitting things up, but when it comes to the stitching, you know, and by the time I get to sitting and stitching, I just don't have the time. So I did like this one, Spring Delivery, and it's by Madame Chantilly. So I ordered that. I got that pattern, and they're the threads for stitching it. I did have some. I had to buy some, but I did have some. So I like that. Hopefully I might get that. I thought that would be nice for Easter. What else have I got to show you? Oh yeah, another nice pattern that I bought, that I've seen somebody stitching. I can't remember who it is now. And it's Sleeping Bee. So it's the Blue Flower Sleeping Bee. I love this. I've not got the threads for that yet. I liked the the hives. They look like they've got snow on. It looks like a winter scene with the the snow on the top of the that's what it reminded me of anyway. So I've not even looked at buying those colours yet, because they're all specialist threads. It does give you the DMC conversion, but I like to do it in the specialised threads. I may have some of those, I don't know. So they're the threads that you need for it. What else do I have to tell you? Oh yes, this Saturday it's our stitching meetup, first one of the year. So I'm looking forward to going to meet my lovely stitching friends. That all depends on the weather though. If it turns and there's snow or severe weather, I won't be going because it takes us about an hour to get there. But other than that, I'll be there. I'll see you all there on Saturday, and looking forwards to the retreat in March. I've got to get myself organised for that yet. It's only 50 some days away somebody's put on the page, so I need to get my act together for that one. So I'd like to say thank you all for watching, and please leave me a comment if you would like, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And when I get to my 1,000 subscribers, I will be doing a giveaway, and I don't know whether that'll be this year, because I fluctuate up and down. Like, I don't know what, I tend to gain quite a few, then all of a sudden I lose quite a lot, and I don't know. But anyway, thank you all for being subscribed to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Bye.